Interesting perspective from Kyrie Irving. What do you guys make of what he said and the fact that he felt like he needed to call LeBron James to talk it over?
I don't mind him calling LeBron James and talking it over. I'm not sure if this needed to be said to the media or played out in front of the media because of how it could look to certain people in the locker room. It could look like a passive-aggressive shot to some of the younger guys. I'm not sure if that was the intent, but I know it could be looked at that way and it could be interpreted that way, that now Kyrie is LeBron and the guys on Boston are the young guys that don't want to listen. And you just don't want to get caught up in that. And I'm sure it was probably unintentional by Kyrie. He probably just really, the moment came full circle that he is now where LeBron used to be and he understands all the teachings that he was trying to learn in Cleveland. But it's one of those, it can come off weird and some guys in the locker room could interpret it differently.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, look, you can call LeBron James. You played with him. You shared a great moments with him in Cleveland. But to talk about that, I mean, you sort of trying to read between the lines there and interpret what he's trying to say. And he's, kind of saying that the young guys are in the same position that maybe he was in, where he was frustrated and wanted to do more.
Right.
And, you just keep that to yourself. Obviously, I think if the intention is to try to help lead and get these players to the promised land, to try to do what you did, what LeBron did for you and your team, try to do the same for the Celtics there. But I don't know, I think the world of Kyrie, the brotherhood is strong, but I don't know.
What brotherhood?
That's right. You guys don't have a brotherhood, but the brotherhood at Duke.
How dare you?
Is strong. And
how dare you?
But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. I agree with you. I don't know if I would say that. I don't know how that's interpreted. I don't know how I would feel as a teammate, young or old, having him sort of indirectly make those comments and maybe potentially throwing me under the bus.
It's interesting, and it strikes me that it's maybe not a big deal if they've already had this conversation in the locker room with these young guys, and maybe he said, look, I was you, right? I was you a few years ago.
But there's certain things, Matt, that go on in the locker room that stay in the locker room.
Understood.
And
keep it in-house.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes things will get out, leaks, things, but not an interview you're on TV. And so but we don't know what happened, and, we don't know what was said and what was discussed.
Right.
But I just would prefer you keep that in-house.
I also felt like it was a little bit of a self-reflection for him. And again, maybe he doesn't need to say this publicly, but what you said, it's kind of come full circle, and he realizes, I was sort of a pain in the butt back when I was playing with LeBron, and because I had a different perspective back then.
Yeah, but
it was sort of introspective to me.
Yeah, and you also have to realize at that point he didn't really like when LeBron went out there and made comments in the media as well, because whenever you say comments like the young guys, it divides the team. It makes it seem like it's the young guys versus the old guys. And when you really look at the film, it's going to tell you that everybody's messing up. Young guys, old guys, guys in the middle. Everybody's going to have times where they don't do the right job, or they take a shot that's maybe out of character for them, or maybe they could have made one more pass. So you just have to watch how you phrase things, because you never want something to come off as divisive. When you're a young team and you're trying to figure it out to go be a championship contender, you're trying to get everybody on the same page. Anything that's not about that, you need to just throw it out as white noise.
And, Matt, I just want to apologize. In my second year, I was difficult here on the set.
You were a pain.
I want to apologize.
You were a huge pain
for being difficult.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for nothing. And I know I was difficult. I'm doing difficult everywhere I've been.